Hey friends, welcome back to another Timonspodcast. I'm your host Timon, and this is my podcast. Now, it's been a while since I've podcasted. I miss you guys. There's been a lot that's changed in my life. I've been very busy. I have a young baby, a son, no less. My daughter is 3. I have a new job. Things are busy. Things are good. But I miss podcasting. So I haven't turned off the channel. I haven't deactivated it because I knew that I was going to come back to podcasting at some point. And here we are. And I've got a podcast for us today. I sat down with Henrique and Tyler, and we talked about Goshen City Football Club. Now, I've talked to Henrique before, but Henrique reached out to me and he said, hey, man, you're the platform that I want to talk about the stuff that's going on. And I can't say no. I can't say no. But I didn't want to say no to Henrique. And I really enjoy him. And his story is fantastic. And you're going to love it. So, yes, we're back. And we're going to continue to be back. There's going to be more episodes. I've got a couple other ones lined up. They're going to be not as frequent as my past seasons, my past episodes. But it's not going to stop. I can't stop. I won't stop. I love talking to people way too much. And there's so many interesting people around us that have so many, who are doing so many cool things. So I've got to talk to them. Can't help it. It's who I am. But with that being said, I still have a sponsor, Quiet River Massage and Revival by Jasmine. She absolutely dominates the massage scene. I think when I used to do episodes, ad reads for her, she was doing 30-minute massages. She doesn't do that anymore. She said 30 minutes. No one wants 30 minutes. We're going to do 60, 90, and 2 hours. Let me tell you, 2 hours, premium. Absolutely best investment you can be putting into. A lot of people say, hey, go into crypto. A lot of people say, hey, throw into the S&P 500. People are like, dude, you need to buy a house. No, I'm telling you, best investment you can go into is Jasmine's Quiet River Massage and Revival. Link in the description below. Book yourself a 2-hour massage. And I will say this, I booked a massage. This was early February. Her next available time for me, next available slot was 2 months in advance. So if you're thinking, oh man, I want to get my wife or girlfriend or boyfriend or whoever some special gift, you think a couple months in advance because she's booked out. And let me tell you again, like I said, 2 hours, well worth the investment, best return on your investment. It's Jasmine. Link in the description below. You can hit her Facebook, her LinkedIn. I don't think she has either of those, but you can definitely check out her Instagram, and her website will be below. So Quiet River Massage and Revival. Thank you, Jasmine, for always sponsoring Timon's podcast. And thank you for the amazing work you do. So with that said, guys, enjoy this episode. Bye. We're live. What's up, guys?
How's it going?
How you guys doing?
Good, good.
Very well.
Yeah, big money. First off, let's just introduce yourselves. Tyler, why don't you go? Or no, it's Henrique. You go first, and then we'll go Tyler, and then Henrique. Welcome to Timon's podcast. Introduce yourself, my friend.
Thank you, man. My name is Henrique Eichenberger. I was born and raised in Brazil. I'm the owner of Goshen Gcfc. And yeah, thanks for having me, man. It's been 2 years since I was here last, and it's great to be back.
Yeah. It was last time I was in the basement. That was great. Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler Bourne, head coach of Goshen City FC, Goshen native, Goshen High School, Goshen College, teaching in the area, coaching in the area. So yeah, happy to be here.
Dude, awesome. Well, we were just chopping it up for a little bit. It was good just to kind of hear different things you guys are talking about. But the reason this all came together was, Henrique, you reached out and you kind of you hit me with some different things. And I kind of told you this prior, right? I kind of told you this before we started this. I haven't been podcasting as much, but what I'm looking to do is when I podcast, I want to podcast with people that are interesting, things that like pique my interest. I've got, I'm busy. I think we're all busy, right? So it's like finding the time or the area I want to invest in. And so when you texted me, I'm like, dude, it piqued my interest. And so I did a little research. I said you got some questions, but you want to tell me kind of one of the reasons why you wanted to get on and speak a little bit about what you're feeling or what you're thinking, or actually the reason why you even just reached out to me. I think that's a great way to maybe start here.
Yeah, I think last time that I came here, you just made it the conversation so easily to be held. And yeah, I think we have played for 3 years already here in Goshen, and we have lots of things to talk about, lots of things to revisit, and lots of things to like. Yeah, I think you're the right person to help us put it out there, like what has been done in the past 3 years. And yeah, like I thought immediately coming here and having the podcast and being able to have a conversation that is like we can have a beer and then we can talk about soccer, about the project, about life, about like everything that is going on. I just had a baby, so like life is busy. I know you just had a baby, so life is busy. My man here is getting married in a little bit, so yeah, just like business meeting, like talking about family and friends and just life. And the environment here that I feel like that you can bring to the table is something special. So that's one of the main reasons why I reached out to you and said, like, let's do it. Like let's talk about Goshen City FC. The past 3 years was amazing. We're looking already for the next year and I think talk about like in low key about life as well. So that was the main reason.
Well, run me through again we talked about it on our first podcast, but kind of how did Goshen City FC start, and like what was kind of that brought this together? Because when we first talked, it was probably 1 year in or just right at 1 year in. And so what was like the defining, how did this come together?
Yeah, so I was a student, a soccer player at Goshen College. And when I wanted to play in the summer, there was not a lot of options here around Goshen. So I had to go to Dayton, Ohio. I had to go to Virginia to play. And those clubs were offering housing. But here, locally, there was literally nothing. There was a team in South Bend, but that's it. So the idea came from out of the necessity of players, high-quality players to play in the summer. And as I was leaving Goshen, I was breathing Goshen 2-3 years leaving Goshen. I saw that there was so much soccer in Goshen that I was like, it just makes sense to make a semi-professional soccer team in Goshen. So I started to reach out to people, to my business professors. And that's just out of a necessity. I made a business out of it. And it was just an idea when I was a college student even. So that's where everything started. And actually I was playing, there was a semi-professional soccer club here in Ligonier. When I was playing, and when 2021 actually I played there, and I saw that how they were running things, and I was like, we can do this in Goshen. So that's where the idea came from. And yeah, from the get-go, I connected with Tyler, and he took the business from the get-go. We already were competitive in the league, going to Chicago, playing against Chicago teams that have better players, more money, and we were competing already from the first year. So yeah, that was the beginning of everything.
That's awesome. Now you guys lost your first year to Chicago, if I remember right.
Chicago Nation, yes. We went to the final of the conference.
You're so close. Yeah,
we were so close, and we reached the nationals, the round 32 of nationals, the UPSL. So we reached one of the highest levels of semi-professional soccer in our first year. That was
just crazy. Yeah,
that was crazy.
Nuts.
So, there are hundreds of teams in that league, like all over the country. In the UPSL, there's hundreds of teams, and we were able to have a team in our first year that was competitive enough to compete with the highest level of teams in that league, to where we were making the round of 32. So, yeah, I mean, the start of it was, once we found that success a little bit in that first season, it just kind of motivated us to continue it on year after year,
Yeah, it wasn't like a 0-20 loss. It was like, okay, there's something here.
Yeah.
So you started right at the start.
Mm-hmm. So Henrique and I had a conversation. I had heard that a semi-pro team was being made in the area, and I was kind of in this in-between time where I was head coaching in Plymouth, and then I was kind of looking for my next head coaching gig. And Henrique and I had a conversation, and right from the get-go, we hit it off, and the chemistry was there. And since then, we've grown and built this club to where it is now. So
that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you played, Henrique, you played soccer prior. Tyler, did you also play soccer prior to this?
Yes, been playing since I was 5.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's awesome. And now run me through, so you go through your first year, you get to the top 32, you get in semifinals, and then what's year 2, what's year 3 looking like? Just from a broad view, and then we'll get into some of the details. I just want to paint that picture first.
Yeah, I think the second year we were so hyped up, and I wanted to expand the club, and I want to make this as big as we could. And I even started the women's side of things. So in the second year, we had the men's team even better. Like the team was even better with better players because everybody saw that we were a pretty good program. We started the women's team, and it was amazing. The second year, we expanded even more. So, but at the same time, I think I spreaded myself a little too thin. I'm not gonna lie. The women's team, it was very difficult to find sponsors. It's a full-time gig to find sponsors for the club, and only for the men's. And then I tried to do the women's team. Right. It was a great experience, but in the third year we didn't continue the women's. But yeah, the second year was great. We reached we hosted the quarterfinals of the UPSL at home. We won
in Goshen.
We won overtime. It was insane. Mm-hmm. And then we hosted the semifinals, and then we lost. It was pretty tough.
Who'd you lose to in the semifinals?
Oh, jeez. It was a team from Indiana, West North Indiana.
Okay.
Do you remember the name of the team?
Valpo?
I try to forget that game if it's possible.
Yeah. Alliance or
Allegiant.
Allegiant FC.
Yeah.
And they weren't better than us. That was the thing. So we lost for ourselves. Like we had so many chances and we didn't score, and then we conceded 2 goals in the end of the game.
Wow.
And we were pissed. The referee was pretty bad, but we'll take it. So it was a lesson learned. The year 3 arrived. We moved leagues because I think the UPSL league is good. It's very competitive, but it starts a little early for college players to play with us. The NPSL, it's very competitive, and it helps us for the calendar. And then we started the year 3 pumped, very strong, and then we in the first year of the league we were champions of the division. So we were almost hosting the playoff game, the final against the West. We were the West against the East, but we played in Detroit the final, and we won the conference. So it was unbelievable. Yeah, I'll let Tyler talk a little bit about the year 3 because it was sensational. But yeah, that was 3 years. Like the second year was expanding, and the third year was like
honing in,
like a surgery. Like we need to win, and the guy took us there.
That's crazy.
The switch of leagues was, from a coaching standpoint, it's, you're not familiar with the competition in that first year. And so it took a little bit of extra work on my part to make sure everybody's ready every week. More time watching film, more time preparing for opponents. But yeah, we struggled. We had a run of games where we felt like we should have won. It was earlier in the season, and then we went on to win 6 games in a row when we had to win every single one to finish on top of the conference.
Cow. Yeah,
and then be able to play in the final against the other side of our conference, and then we ended up winning that game. So 6 games. There was a 6-game stretch where we had to win every single one.
Yeah, back against the wall.
Yeah, couldn't drop any points. We couldn't drop any points because of we dug ourselves a little hole at the beginning with some ties and then a loss at home. But after that, I mean, the guys understood what we had to do, and we both understood what we had to do to be able to reach that milestone in year 3, which, if you think about it, any project, whether it's soccer related, whether it's a business, whether it's anything else, by year 3, if you don't see some kind of progression, you're not sure if that's kind of, if you're doing the right thing. So by year 3, it's pretty important to understand that to reach the top of what you're doing, you need to see some success. And so the fact that we've been able to build this for 3 years now, and then in year 3 see some success, it gets us even more motivated for year 4. Yeah,
that's crazy. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I wanted to say
go for
a couple of things. So in all of these 3 years, we played like 38 games. We won 22. We tied 8, and we lost 8. So like our record is pretty good. And playing against teams against Chicago, Detroit, Fort Wayne, so like bigger areas, bigger cities. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty impressive. So for like Goshen is pretty small compared to other cities.
Some of the teams we're playing, yeah.
Grand Rapids,
30,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what makes Goshen like that hotbed? You know what I mean? What makes it that like have that spark? I mean, to have so much talent here.
I think, I think about the Goshen College days when I used to play that. I mean, the crowds, the student section, the environment was always high. I had success at Goshen High School. The Goshen High School boys soccer team is always very successful, making a run in state tournaments and things like that. And then all of the surrounding areas, not just in Goshen, but all of the surrounding colleges that are in the same conference as Goshen College, the Crossroads League. That's one of the hardest leagues in the country in the NAIA. And so all of these international players are coming overseas to play in this league. And so when they're here and we have this opportunity for them to play over the summer, we're able to bring in not only local guys who we've had for 4 years or some Goshen College players or some guys who are just graduating from Goshen High School who are preparing for their first year in college, where we're bringing in international guys to mix with those guys.
That's crazy.
And so not only are we helping the local players have a platform, train, improve, but we're also bringing in experienced international players from surrounding colleges to help those young kids and then help mix the group together to be able to create something to win. So
yeah, that's wild.
Yeah,
just all the right mix.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you think Grace College is one of the ranked teams in NAIA for the soccer program, Bethel College won the nationals, the whole nationals. They won the whole thing here in Mishawaka.
Wow!
So like, there's so much soccer in the area. Goshen High School, they won state of Indiana in the soccer in 2014. He was playing. Mm-hmm. So like for a small Goshen, Indiana to win the whole state, the whole soccer state for high school.
That's huge.
Huge.
Yeah, playing against huge teams.
Indianapolis teams.
Yeah, and Carmel.
All of, yep.
Yeah, that's wild. So yeah, just all the mix of those little things allows you guys to just all hit at the right time.
Right. And then the consistent winning that we've been able to prove over the last 3 years, it helps when I'm recruiting players for the next year. You know, I have things in my back pocket that I can pull out and say, look, we've done this. Here's how I can help you grow. Here's how I can help you improve. Here's how I see you fitting into this group, into our culture. And, you know, with some guys, it's the best opportunity they're going to get to play and to improve for 3 months, leading straight into their college season, which is maybe a little bit more important than the summer team. But for us, obviously, it's the most important because we're trying to build a team to win. But we know that not only do we want to win, but we want to help all of these guys get better in the 3 months that we have them. And so that if we keep that kind of mindset with everything, then, you know.
Yeah, it's huge. It's
hard to turn down. So.
Yeah, that's. I was listening to a podcast about a guy talking about how he recruits talent for his business. He's like, in the landscape he's in, he's got to have the reason why, and if you can make that reason why really compelling, you can get the best people on. And it sounds like winning is a huge reason to you know, if you want to win, come join us because we're crushing it. And you want to be a part of this? It's a lot easier to play from that position than elsewhere. You know, I think Henrique, one of the things that really stuck to me last time we spoke is you're like, dude, I'm basically playing real life FIFA. You know what I mean? I'm literally picking my teams and cultivating it and stuff. Does it feel like that for you, Tyler, a little bit?
So At times. So from a coach's standpoint, there's no better feeling than having a game plan and then having all of the guys execute it and then succeed at the end of it. You know, because you can feel that as an entire group, everything went the right way, everything was set up the right way. But it's also, you know, a little bit of pressure because if you get it wrong, you've got to make changes with it and things like that. I have a lot of control up until the whistle blows at the start of the game. Because I can tell them anything I want during training. I can guide them to ways to succeed in a certain moment or formation or tactics or anything like that. But as soon as the game kicks off, it's all I have is my voice. Right. And it's 11 guys plus guys who sub in and sub out. It's up to them to then put that into place and get a result. And so, yeah, in a way it is, you know, you're in control of who you select to play at a certain moment, who starts the game, who comes off the bench to make an impact. But at the end of the day, it's
up to them.
Right.
That's crazy. I know one of the questions I asked is, how do you recruit? How do you think about, prior when we were just hanging out, you were talking about, okay, well, you know, I talked to this person and I'm going to get this. How are you selecting those people? How are you like building the team? What are things you're looking for? What are things you're thinking through as, you know, as you're like you said, you're the one that's kind of knitting this all together. And then it's like, all right, good luck. Let's see what happens. I mean, you know, there's other pieces to it, but like what goes into selecting, thinking through, adding, building, all those? I mean, I'm sure it's a lot of different stuff. So what goes into that?
Well, Henrique and I talk a lot about, you know, players we want to bring in, players we want to bring back. So the first thing I look at is, okay, who helped us be successful from the previous year? What's their situation? Are they still going to be in the area? Are they healthy? Or do they want to play again? And so the first kind of portion of my recruiting is, okay, I'm bringing back the guys that I want to bring back. And so if I can get a core group of guys that are coming back, it's a good thing because I now have guys who understand my style of coaching, understand our style of play, understand the demands that I ask when we're training, when we're playing. So that creates the environment of, okay, they know what I'm asking for. Now, if new guys aren't doing what I'm asking for, they can teach them, they can help them learn it, things like that. The second part of it is, okay, who's in the area that I have followed during the fall that I think would benefit us in the way that we play or would be a good teammate, could be a good leader? Who can I bring in to make sure that they mesh with all the rest of the players that I'm bringing in? And sometimes it's I get the guys that I really want. Other times it's I'm gonna go play for a USL2 team, which is totally fine. I want guys at around here, whether it's Goshen, whether it's surrounding colleges, to play at the highest level that they can. Right. If they can play at a higher level, go for it. Go play. Go get better. Like that's the main goal, you know. Then I try another main goal that I've had the last few years is bringing in younger guys who are maybe freshmen in college or just seniors in high school that are going into their first year that are local. And so this coming year, I already have, I think, 4 18-year-olds that are coming in that are from the area. One goes to Bethany, one goes to Northridge, and I'm talking to a few more. And so
real raw at that point,
right. Young energy, young guys who want to play, want to learn, and I want them to be in a situation where they're training against top quality guys in college, international players, so that they feel even more prepared when they get to the fall. So when I recruit, it's, you know, there's multiple steps that go into it, multiple phone calls, conversations that have to happen, multiple details that we're talking about and working with, trying to say, okay, this guy, he's coming from out of state. He's going to need some housing. We need to figure that out, you know? And so I
just heard that conversation.
Right. It goes, you know, from both of us, it takes a team to be able to bring in these kinds of players that are going to help us continue to grow. And like we said earlier, from year 1 to now going into year 4, each year the roster has improved.
Right.
In terms of quality, in terms of experience, in terms of energy. I would say all of those things going into it, it's going to be even better in year 4.
How do you, like, what's your guys' roles? You know what I mean? I'm hearing you're the one kind of selecting the talent. And Henrique, are you more like kind of just getting this stuff to work, like the business side? Is that how you would define it, or is there maybe a different way?
No, I think that's a very good way to define it. I think when it comes to soccer, there's so much into it that I just put it to Tyler, like I hire Tyler to be the head coach.
Mm-hmm.
Like full trust on you. You handle it. I don't have time to do those things because I have so much other things to like find sponsors, find a venue to play, find a venue to practice, find housing for international players that perhaps need housing. So like there's community engagement things that are so important to bring sponsor to the table. So just one number that comes to my mind in terms of like the past 3 years, we almost hit 2,000 hours of community service as a team.
Wow.
You know, so like we are serving the community as well. So there's so much in the table that I tell Tyler, you take care of business, and he did in the past 3 years. So like we are very happy where we are on the field. We are very happy where we are off the field too. So in the past 3 years, we almost bring 5,000 people in the stadiums.
Wow. Yeah.
Between Goshen College and Goshen High School. So we are averaging 245 per game. And that's a win for me too, you know.
Yeah,
like
get 245 people. I mean, most venues can't. I mean, that's crazy. You know what I mean? They have impressive. 250, 245 showing up every single game average. That's nuts.
Yeah. And some of the teams we play, like some of the stadiums aren't very full.
Yeah.
You know, we play.
It's their moms.
We play.
Not to be mean, but you know what I mean? That's all they want. 12, 11 people.
We played a game in Holland last year, and I think half of the fans was my family. I had my parents, my sister, my brother-in-law, my nephew, and my fiance there. And then the rest of them there was, you know, a few other people there, but, you know, like it's the fact that we can bring in that number, sometimes more than that. It just shows, like your first question, why it's so important here to have this level of soccer here, because a lot of people care about it.
Yeah.
They want to see good soccer. They want to see good players play, the enjoyment, the goals, all of it. So it's really good what he's done on his side, what I've done on my side, but at the same time we can't do each other's job without each other doing the other side.
And you probably couldn't do both jobs part-time. You know what I mean? If you did, that would really, you wouldn't have a winning record. You know what I mean? Because you got to have 100% on one thing and 100% on the other. So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
To get both of those pieces together. How do you, go ahead.
And another thing that is another giant monster that consumes so much time is social media, that like it takes a lot of time. Our social media is very, very strong compared to other clubs in our region. That we like it takes a lot of time. So in terms of,
you guys are good at it.
Yeah,
your social media is killer.
Like, there's so many things in this project, and of course, if we win, it adds to all of those other things. And the more people we bring to the stadium, it helps us to win. So like it's completely intertwined. So like, yeah, it's not a job for one person.
Right.
Definitely not.
I was going to ask Tyler, you know, you said you're watching people as you're getting ready for the next season. Mm-hmm. You know, you talked about the different 18-year-olds that you've kind of recruited to join this next season for. You know, how are you going about that? Are you going to games? Are you watching different, you know, videos of what's happening here and here and here? Or like, how is this?
So I'll answer the high school kids that I'm bringing in, they play at one of the top clubs in, like, for, you know, U18. They play in Northern Indiana Express. It's one of the top clubs in the area. And so I have conversations with...
Just have the best play at this place, and I'll just go watch that. So
in the fall, I coach at St. Mary's in South Bend.
Yeah.
And so during the fall, I don't have time to go watch games physically. So I'll be following the Crossroads League. I'll be following guys that I've played with that played with us the previous year. I'll follow their teams and see, okay,
who's crushing it there.
Yeah. Right. So I have this network of like, okay, I'm following one of the best leagues in the NAIA for the whole fall. I'm seeing results. I'm seeing who's performing, who's potentially going to help us out. And then with this club team, I have conversations with coaches, just by my knowledge of the team itself. I can understand, okay, this club team is very well put together. They always produce good players. We have a few players who played with us last year that played on this club team with some of these guys. I have word of mouth from other players.
Yeah, spies.
Right.
Yeah, spies.
Yeah, you can put it like that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're like, dude, bro, you got to hit this guy
Yeah.
up, bro. Dude, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a culmination of things. It's not just, one thing or another. I have different ways that I'm able to pick and choose who's going to help us out. So
that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see a lot of stuff that's like, are people posting a lot of their highlights on social media? Like, is that something, or is it more word of mouth, people talking to you, or you're watching just the results?
All of it. So I don't necessarily, I always look at highlight videos for guys that I don't know, or guys that I haven't seen play, or I don't have any knowledge of. But guys that, I've played with, they tell me, okay, take a look at this guy. He's looking to play over the summer. They give me these little bits of information that help me with my recruiting. And so, I've had conversations with coaches, with guys who I've played with last summer, or I keep saying who I've played with. Guys
who've played with you guys. Yeah.
Played for us. They give me these little hints. I ask guys, hey, what can you tell me about
so-and-so? Yeah.
And so it's like I said, a culmination of all things to help me with my recruiting.
Like slowly, it's like the map is slowly like expanding. You can see more and more.
Right.
And you're like, okay, well, all right, I need to go to this destination. Let's pull it. It's all starting to be uncovered it sounds like it's multiple different ways and avenues it's uncovering for you.
And then every year when I bring in new players, it opens up a new avenue, a new college team that this year we're going to have one or two Division I players. And then we have a few Division II players. And so as it slowly expands, I'm able to, okay, I'm following this team this year. I'm going to follow this team this fall. I'm going to see who's playing, and then I have a connect already in there.
Right. That
connect can give me the coach's connection. And then I can talk to the coach about, okay, who do you have on your team that wants to play over the summer?
That's awesome.
It started small with
and it's just growing.
First,
and then you have with these wins, so you can like leverage it to be like, bro, you want to come play for a win? I mean, we did this and this, so it gives you almost currency to be able to get back what you need, to like level up a little bit,
right? And each year, like we keep talking about, from year 1 to year 4, each year that connection has just slowly grown to where I'm able to have conversations with different people, with different coaches, different players, to be able to build the best team we can here to help us continue to grow.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Did you coach before this?
Yeah. So I started as a goalkeeper coach when I was so I started coaching high schoolers and middle schoolers, goalkeeper coach, when I was a junior in college.
You're in the trenches.
Yeah. And then I slowly worked my way up, started coaching. I coached at Goshen High School on the girls team for 2 years. And then I got a call one day randomly that there was a job opening at a junior college in Plymouth, Ancilla College.
Yeah.
Took that assistant job. Head coach left the year after I was there, took that head coaching job, coached there for a year, and then came to Goshen College to be an assistant. Then I was a graduate assistant at Grace, like I told you before we started. And then now I've been year 4 with Henrique in Goshen City as the head coach, and now I'm at St. Mary's. So each year I'm just trying to slowly build
Yeah, the next thing to the
next level. What can I get to next? But this has been consistent because the project has been consistent.
Right.
The project has consistently grown.
And you were at the start of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't start at St. Scylla or Grace at the beginning.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you've been here from the beginning where it's just like
there's a soft spot.
Yeah, you get to see it from nothing to where you're at now, which is nuts.
Yep.
What do you think like goes into? I mean, coaching is such a skill. Like, there's something to rallying people and getting them to head in the same direction or the direction you're trying to get to. And not everyone wants to go or thinks they know what they're doing or whatnot. And they may know 80%, but you need to correct them that 20%. Or how do you? I mean, it probably starts. It's probably the same as in middle school as it is here. You know what I mean? Like, there's probably the same founding principles that you have to put in place to get people to head the same direction. Like, what do you feel? What do you feel like that is, or what is your? How have you grown that skill or honed it?
I will tell you, coaching, each level has been a bit different. I would say all of them have been enjoyment. Coaching high school girls, when I first started as an assistant coach coaching high school girls, I loved it. Then you go from that to coaching college men. Big jump, big difference in how you approach coaching.
I bet.
And then
two different worlds.
Right. It's the same sport, same, like you said, same principles, but it's a whole different. You have to coach in a completely different way.
Yeah, I imagine how you would speak to college men, and like, hey, getting across your point is probably totally different than high school girls.
Right.
I could see them being two totally different ways. They're trying to go the same direction, but like, how do you approach that and speak that? You know, that's nuts.
I think the biggest thing that I've learned coaching has been, one, you have to be knowledgeable about what you're coaching. And so I'm 28 years old. I've coached since I was, 19, 20 years old, starting with the goalkeeper coaching. And so in those 9 years, I've learned new things every single year. And you learn things from, you're an assistant coach for this person. You learn something. You're an assistant coach for this person. You learn something. Now head coaching in year 4, I've learned things each year that help me kind of, hone in on, I need to focus on this year because maybe I wasn't my best the previous year. And so I feel personally that I am very knowledgeable when it comes to the sport of soccer, when it comes to tactics. I mean, I sit at home. You can ask my fiance this. I sit at home on Saturday mornings and Sunday mornings, and it's all I do is watch games, one after the other.
Wow.
And so it's like...
Your games?
No,
other games.
Professional games. I spend so much time watching professional games, and it's to the point where I watch them in a different way.
Do you watch only Premier League games?
Mostly.
90%.
80%.
What is the other 20?
La Liga, when the big 3 teams in La Liga play.
Okay.
And then Champions League, and then all of that stuff.
Okay.
So like I said, I've grown over the years with my tactical knowledge of the game that I feel like I can help players learn. But the most important thing that you have to have as a coach is be able to get a group of guys that don't know each other. For example, for us, these guys are coming from all different places.
Right.
You have to get them all together on the same page with the principles you put into place, with how you want to play, with our culture, with all of the, you're doing community service. You're part of this team now. You have expectations now. So it's being able to get a group of guys together on the same page and motivate them in a way to be able to be successful and build chemistry. And there's so many things that go into it. But yeah, it's been a blessing that I've been able to find what I'm supposed to do early on and continue to be able to do it year after year.
Just growing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure the messaging starts early. like from initial conversation with them, where you don't even know this person from anything, and you're like, hey, this is who we are, this is what we're doing, and then consistently throughout the whole, and then they come in and they're working with you. But I mean, it starts way back,
right?
And you're trying to communicate as much as you can. I'm assuming to let them know, like, hey, this is what you're stepping into.
And I try to get on a phone call with them as soon as possible. Like the phone call I had today with a player I never met before. I had a phone call with his college coach yesterday, and his college coach had said, hey, so-and-so is looking for a summer team. I messaged him yesterday, set up a phone call for today, because I think it's, at this stage, especially in March, guys are looking, okay, it's already March. Right. Summer League's going to start in May.
Right.
We need to, you got to
make a decision soon.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's important to kind of take that initiative to say, look, we're serious about having you on our team. Let's set up a phone call. I can lay everything out for you. And so that's part of the recruiting process that we talked about earlier. That's a step. It's one thing to message back and forth. Some people
you need to talk. Yeah.
You just gotta have a conversation. Yeah. And a phone call is the best way to do it for if you're not in the area.
Yep.
So
no, I'm all about just talking to people. I know it's not typical for our generation, but there's something to just like the communication, the back and forth, and then in person is even better. But yeah, I mean, just a phone call, you pick up so much. You're like, okay, all right, this guy can actually communicate, or he can't. You just pick up so much from just a simple conversation. Text is half the time I don't know if it's AI I'm talking to. You know what I mean? Like, it's just great, bro. For real, I don't know. Like, so I don't know sometimes, you know what I mean? But it's a phone call is a lot easier.
Yeah.
I kind of want, let's circle back to year 2 versus year 3. There was a big difference. When, at least from kind of what I was looking at, is you were so close in year 2. You guys almost got that. How did you shift your perspective to take year 3 on and absolutely dominate?
I think changing leagues was a big factor. I think year 2 was very close. That's true, and that just adds to what, like, affirming that we were doing something right on the field, especially. But year 3, I think we really focused on the men's team and on and off the field. I think year 3 was like the bringing everything together on the field, off the field, for the fans, for the community, and everything linked together. Actually, year 3 was a dream coming true. Like, we hosted our last home game at Goshen High School, and we left a trophy there.
No,
with our families and with our friends and with our fans. And it was just, when you have a project going for 3 years, it doesn't matter if you're doing amazing or if you're doing okay. Like, you need to win some medals,
right?
And that was the reward. That was the one of the best feelings I have ever had in my life. Like, to be able to lift a trophy. I know we did amazing in year 1. I know we did amazing in year 2. But in year 3, we worked,
sealed it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And I know, like, it's not all about winning. It's not all about, like...
No, it is.
If you go reach the final...
It is, but no, you're good.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you reach the final, it's, like... Okay,
huge.
It's huge. Like, and like, you don't have control about winning or not. The other team is as good as you. Right. So, like, you might lose. You know? Right. It is okay. But, like, receiving that affirmation, receiving that, like you said, like a stamp, like... Yeah, we're here. We are here. We made history. We are here for real. Like, that was a statement.
It's interesting.
And in our first year was a statement too, but we didn't win anything. But it was a real and hard statement. Like, we reached the nationals of UPSL. Like, was a real statement. But when you
out of nowhere, here we are.
You lift a trophy, the sentiment is completely different. Completely, I will never forget in my whole life. 0-0 against Cedars in Detroit, final of the conference, right? In the 80th something minute, my right back made a run to the right, and then he is 1v1 with the keeper, right? He's gonna shoot. He can shoot on the right, he can shoot on the left, he can blast it. What does he do? He chips. He chips the goalkeeper. Like nobody, a normal player would never chip the goalkeeper. But Bundy, my right back that plays for 2 years with Goshen CDFC, he chipped the goalkeeper. Like, it was one of the most beautiful moments in my life.
Threw him off.
Bro, that guy is gangster. Like, he's gonna fucking chip the goalkeeper in the fucking final. You remember, bro?
I love that.
He knows exactly what I'm saying. Like,
And you guys, I mean,
and we won. You know, like that's the most important. Like,
and you guys were just ecstatic, like electricity, like.
Bro, when you love something, when you love music, when you love sports, you want to be the best of the best, and when you win, it's unbelievable.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna pull up the video for you.
I'd love to see it. Yeah. I'd love to see it.
I couldn't tell you how many times I've watched it.
It was nasty. Unbelievable.
I love that. That's so sick. I love to like you focused in, like you said. I mean, you were trying to do too much, and you realize I need to focus in on literally this, because this is what's driving it. So let's focus in on this, and you guys put all focus in and crushed it. And so that's
it's 90 minutes. You know, you get to a final, it's 90 minutes, maybe 120 minutes if it's tied, but like that's
it.
That 90 minutes is what all the previous games have led up to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you've earned the right to be in that spot. You now have 90 minutes to show it.
This is it.
Yep.
I love that. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's like sports brings you something that like you cannot explain.
Yeah.
Like,
here you go.
Yes,
I got that video for you.
I don't know if we can put that on the camera when we edit, but
look at this.
I'm gonna see if I can put it up.
Wearing a captain's band for the entire season. Now gonna take the reins as the sole captain.
You've got to watch it all the way through for the celebration too.
He chips in. Oh my word! Just barely pops it in.
Yeah, wait till they go to the corner flag. You'll see something.
He's freaking out. Yeah, send it to me. I'll make sure it's up. It's up. Oh my word! That's a mitten and to lift him up.
Bro, the whole team.
Oh
the whole team.
My goodness!
And that's
Oh, and they're dancing.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
yeah.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's at the end.
Yeah,
like-
At the end.
I mean, we had 14 minutes left to play. 15 minutes left to play.
But that was it.
And then they went all in to attack. Of course, they need to
You
tie
get a
the
point,
game.
right?
And then we scored again.
We hit
2-0.
No.
Counterattack.
Counterattack
header.
like what? 2 minutes into to the end of the game,
Yeah.
we scored 2-0. But then
Sealed it.
of course, we scored the game, and then there's a kickoff, right? They restart the game. They scored 2-1 from the kickoff.
Oh no.
Bro, and then it's crazy. Life, soccer is a representation of life. Like, everything can be going on amazingly, and then something out of the blue will happen. We hit you, like, out of nowhere. Like, we are winning 2-0 in the final, and the guy scores from the kickoff.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, that probably. Like, what's going on?
What's going on? And they could have tied, but like,
We were good. We had it under control.
2-0 is a nice feeling to be at. You know what I mean?
Sometimes. If it's too early in the game, you know, sometimes teams get a little bit comfortable at 2-0.
Right.
And then they let a goal go back in, and then it's like, okay, now we have to.
Yeah, it's time to step it up a bit.
But 2-0 toward the end of a game is definitely a position you want to be in.
Yeah, position of power.
Yeah.
but they say 2-0 is the most
Dangerous.
Really?
result to have, because when they score 2-1, they have the momentum, and you gotta hold the fort. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. They can go in.
And then there's gonna score 2-2, and then they're all up on you.
Right.
And they're, you know what I'm saying? Like, 2-0 is one of the most dangerous
That's great.
results to have. But
Yeah. That's wild. Well, yeah. What was the question I was going to ask? I was going to ask you. Okay. Yeah. Here's the question. So, do you feel like you would have been able to do the same thing in the previous league you were at, or switching leagues really did give you a change? I mean, business wise, it makes sense, makes total sense because if you start way too early, you can't recruit the talent you want. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. But do you think if you would have gone a third year in the I forget what the league was, UPSL, could you have secured the win? Because you were so close to the first one, to the second season. You were so close.
I think if we would have stayed in the UPSL for year 3 and we had the exact same team that we had this last summer, I think we would have been in a situation where we could have won the league.
Yeah.
I truly believe that because the quality that we had on that team last year, I think about like, I don't want to say it in a bad way, but first year the quality was good. Next year the quality was even better. Last summer the quality was the high, like highest.
It's just only
right.
Like
and some of these other teams in the UPSL, they just keep the same group of players. Whereas for us, we've consistently tried to improve.
Yeah.
And so I think with the team we had last year, we would have been in a position. It's hard to say. I'm not going to say.
Yeah, you don't know.
Won it. I think we would have been in a position where we would have been able to win the league in that league as well.
And then in the UPSL, if you win the league, you keep on going.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
There's a playoff.
And then you go to the round 32.
Nationals.
To the round 16.
All of that.
And then you go to quarterfinal 4. And then the level gets crazy.
Really?
But the part of the reason we changed leagues too is because the UPSL, there's a wide range of talent levels of each team. So the highest level of teams are really, really good. The teams that go round of 32, Sweet 16, all the way to the final, those are the top teams. Teams from California, teams from Texas, teams like, they are the top of the top. But the teams that are the worst of the worst, there was a game we played, we beat a team 12-0.
Oh, wow. So it's all over.
So it's, the UPSL league is bigger, but the range of talent for each team
is so
is
huge.
Big.
Yeah.
And so part of the reason we switched was the Midwest Premier League is a league that is growing. It grows each year. Each summer it's adding teams to conferences and things like that. And the talent level is the same across the board.
So you're not going to just absolutely just...
No, we didn't have a game like that last year where we completely dominated. Well, I mean, score-wise.
Right, 12-0.
Yeah. There were no games like that. Each game...
It's not a fun game. I mean, it's a fun game to play. But it's not a fun game.
Right.
It's just like...
That game I coached for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it, I
do whatever you guys want.
I sat back and...
Pull in the B string, get them in, and give them some...
Yeah. And another thing that I would add to the MWPL is the professionalism of the clubs itself, not on the field, but off the field. The UPSL, there's so many clubs that only cares about playing the game, but they do not care about fans. They do not care about community engagement. They do not care about the away team coming and serving the away teams like in a professional way. Live streaming the games. There are a lot of UPSL teams that do like a Facebook Live.
Wow.
Like that's not the same. That's not the same level of other teams that like we want to be part of. So there was a trade.
It pulls up the...
There was a trade there that we had to... It was a very hard decision to make that move, but the MWPL presented to us like a very professional program, like a project that we bought into, and it is, in my opinion, it is a better fit for Goshen CDFC than UPSL.
Definitely.
It's interesting because the win-draw losses were almost the same from year 2 to year 3. Except you had one more win. One less loss. You know what I mean? I mean, moving to that, it was almost like you guys didn't, it wasn't like a step back. It was like you went right to the same level and then just kept moving forward.
Right.
You know?
Right.
One thing I would say about MWPL is the teams like don't give up. Like the UPSL, if they are losing 2, 3, 4-0, like they give up.
Really?
MWPL, they keep on fighting. And like some teams that are not as good, they steal a tie. They lose 1-0 only. They score in the end.
They push. They push.
Like there's some games in the beginning of the season that we tied 1-1. So it was pretty competitive.
The competition's very high in the Midwest Premier League.
That's crazy. And it's growing.
Yep. Each year, each summer that, it was a league before we joined, and then since we've joined the last two years, it's each year there's new posts all the time. This team's joining. A lot from St. Louis and all over the place. So it's starting to grow.
It's one of the only leagues that have promotion and relegation. I think in the Chicago League, they have 2 divisions. So there's Division 2.
Yeah, the Heartland Division.
Finish first or second, you go to Division 1. And then in Division 1, if you finish first, like last and bottom last, like you go to Division 2.
So you can grow, yeah.
And that's something that every competition in the world, that's what happens. Like in Brazil, in Europe. But in America, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's money based.
It's in money. Like MLS, nobody goes up and down. There is no second division.
There's just expansion.
Yeah. So
so that's where you can have a 12-0, which fans don't want to watch.
So for example, if a team is losing 5 games in a row, 7 games in a row, they already know they're going to lose. So there's nothing to fight for.
Right.
Especially if you're not going down to relegation to go to the second division. Because if you're going to the second division, you got to win something. Like you're fighting for something,
Right.
So that's something that MWPL brings to the table that UPSL doesn't bring. USL League 2 doesn't bring. Like no other league brings that to the table.
Wow.
So, yeah.
It really it puts a little bit behind what you're doing. It's a skin of the game.
Yes.
Like it really is like, okay, well, now we got demoted or promoted.
So all of the games are competitive. Even the bottom teams, they're fighting for something.
That's cool.
So NFL, the bottom teams are not fighting for nothing.
Right. They're there.
They're there.
They'll always be there.
Yeah. And
until they moved to Indiana.
Yeah. So it's amazing to see Premier League.
Yeah.
It's amazing to see a Premier League teams like they're 17th, 18th playing against the 5th or 4th on the league. It's a fucking good game because the 17th in the league needs to win.
Right.
To stay in the league.
Right.
Or they're going to go to the second division.
That makes it exciting.
Yes, and the players are dying for that game. And then you see NFL, the bottom 2 teams, the players are like, okay, if we lose this game, I'm a millionaire. Who cares?
I'm just not going to get injured.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Especially,
100%. What do you feel? I know when we talked community service wise, I mean, you guys were doing stuff with local, elementary, middle school. I mean, what's the community service aspect that you're doing? 2,000 hours is a lot.
It is a lot.
That's really cool. So kind of talk through a little bit of what that looks like.
Yeah. So my mindset when I started the club was how can I look attractive to sponsors? I need to connect with the community. It is a requirement for all of our players to do community service. So the main partner that we had in the past 3 years was Habitat for Humanity. So we go there and build homes. We don't have thousands of dollars to give to the community, but we have 30 players to do work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we go
young
there, men strong,
Yep.
ready to work. So we go to the let's build homes. Another very good example is Goshen Stars. We go there and work on the fields. It's a nonprofit organization that provides the very low price tickets for families to play soccer. We go there and help out. So that's one of the key identities of the club, and we're very proud of it actually. That connects with the community in a way that no other club, it's very difficult to find clubs that all of the players has to do community service. I don't think that any club in our conference have their players doing community service. They're the only one to do community service.
Well, I mean, if you go to the Goshen Stars, right, you're telling them, you're showing them what they could be someday too, which is such a cool thing. You're literally planting seeds in the next generation that will be,
And community service is just one part of it. For example, this year 4th, we are partnering with Habitat for Humanity. We are partnering with Goshen High School. We are partnered with Center for Healing and Hope. I don't know if you're familiar with their organization or not. Actually, our first home game is a Center for Healing and Hope home game. we're bringing Chicago House to play in this game. And
Wow.
we're doing like a huge event that all of the proceeds goes to the Center for Community Engagement.
No way.
If you pay tickets, it's going to community, like the Center
To them.
for them.
They're downtown. Right? They're over by Intera?
Yeah.
Right? Like back behind it? Yeah, I know
Yeah.
exactly who they...
So like
Yeah.
we're partnering with
And they help like
organizations in town.
healthcare for people who don't have money to do so. I mean, it's...
Yes.
Yeah, they're a huge...
Yeah.
Yeah, and we don't have thousands of dollars, but we have 200 people coming to the games. You know, we have 300 people coming to the games. Like, so let's help them out, but at the same time, let's bring the whole community together to support the club and this organization.
That's so cool.
it's like, it's more than just community service. It's like partnerships, strategic partnerships to make this club bigger, to make this community stronger. And I don't care if you're Mexican, American, Brazilian. Let's watch a game and support this club that is amazing, that wins trophies,
Yeah.
that are successful on
in
the
your
field.
town.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like let's come together and support soccer. You know, like let's support this game. It's a high quality game, so like everything makes sense.
That's so cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's I mean, it's a good way to connect with the community and the community that supports you. I mean, it's just going to be, it's positive and it just builds. And I feel like, Henrique, you've been like really focusing on this, you know, what is it like? How do you go about getting sponsors? Like, how is your, I mean, it sounds like it's, you're throwing stuff against the wall to try to see what sticks, trying to like connect with as many people as possible to try to get people to buy into what the dream and vision is. Like what is, you know, what does that even like entail? You know, like what is that? Yeah.
I think because I truly believe on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like having a soccer club that the community comes around and supports it. It's so important for the community. It doesn't matter if it's soccer, it doesn't matter if it's baseball, it doesn't matter if it's volleyball. If the whole community comes around and support a sport, doesn't matter your background, doesn't matter anything, it will have social impacts to the community, it will have economic impacts to the community, it have so many benefits to the community that I truly believe that. So when I go to those business meetings, that's what I'm presenting to, you know? And it's amazing to show that we are good teams too. Like we can perform on the field too, because it doesn't matter if
Do you want to be a part of a winner or a loser?
yes, if you're losing all of the games, it's a pretty difficult pitch. So
Right.
Tyler helps me out in that
Right.
part.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like I truly believe on what we are doing. So most of the teams in the UPSL, they only care about winning games. Only care about playing the game. And that's okay. I was a soccer player. When I was a soccer player, just cared about playing the best of what I could. You know what I'm saying? But when you were out and when you think strategically in a business wise, where the money is going to come from if you think only about the soccer, it's difficult, right?
Right.
So like, yeah. So
How do
that's,
you make it a community impact?
yes.
Yeah, and that's the business piece. And it sounds like that's when you started this, you know, football club. It was, you said you were at college. I mean, how do you present as a business plan? And it sounds like that was a basis of what part of the foundation, which is important to think, you know, how can you make this sustainable and grow instead of like, all right, let's just go win, right? I mean, you want that, but like, how do you make it?
There's so many expenses into it.
Right.
You don't even think about it, but how are you going to take 20
Jerseys.
players to Grand Rapids?
Right.
You know, how are you going to feed 25 players? How are you going to give home game and away game kits training jerseys to 40 players?
Right. It's expensive.
It costs a lot of money. How are you going to pay coaches, marketing director, broadcast? Like, there's so many things into it that like we need to find sponsors to pay for the bills because we're in a small town that is 40,000 people in this town. We don't have 1,000 people, 2,000 people, 5,000 people come to the stadiums paying tickets.
Right.
So the ticket money it's not going to cover all of that.
Right.
So like we need to be very strategic on how we're going to spend our money and how we're going to bring the money in.
And what's your value to the community? That makes total sense. And you've set that up really well. I guess, I mean, this kind of rolls into the next question. Like, what's the goals for what's the fourth year, 2026? Like, what are you guys' from both a standpoint of playing soccer and where you want to be on the field and then off the field as the community, as the team, as the club? Where do you see 2026? And I'd love to see even like future? What's even the vision? Like, what's the vision too from that?
I'll let Tyler answer on the field, but like defending the championship, it would be amazing to see, because everybody's gonna come to us trying to win.
Right.
Like,
And
let's
we're the
beat.
villain now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. You want to talk about the business side, or do you want me to start with the?
Start. How are we going to defend the championship? How are we going to defend the trophy? You got to stay here.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously, the goal is going to be set high. We, especially the returning guys, Henrique and I, we have that feeling now of what it feels like to finally win some trophies for our club. But even the returning guys, they have experienced that, and like we said earlier, each year the team is growing. That was when I'm in the recruiting process. It's okay. How can we improve this position? How can I bring in guys that fit the mold of what we're trying to do? But yeah, it's each game in this league is a must win. We felt that last year, and with the way the league is set up, you drop points in a crucial moment of the season, you might not be able to play for a trophy. And so that is the mindset each week that we play. It's hard to say. I understand all of the work that goes into for our first day all the way to the last day. And so it's hard to say, obviously the goal is to win the trophy, but there's so many small details that go into every step of our journey in the summer that it's, to get to that point, it takes a lot of things. And so my goal and the players' goal will be to each day improve, get better, get results, and then see where we're at the end of the season. Hopefully we're playing for 2 more trophies again, add 2 more to the trophy cabinet. So that's always the goal. I think that's everyone's goal in the league. And yeah, we're going to do our best to defend it, win games here in Goshen, win games on the road, and put ourselves in a position to win again.
Sounds like you got a good baseline to be able to handle what you need to.
Yep.
It's nice.
It's back to that coaching question. It's a season. 3 months is a long time. Each day is different. Each day has a new challenge. And so you just have to handle it, try to get the guys on the same page, improve, and then get results on the weekend. So
when do you start? I mean, well, pause for a second before I want you to answer the question to Henrique. But when do you start? Like, it's 3 months of playing, but when do you start?
April 20th will be our first day of preseason.
And then when's the end?
July 25th or 26th is the final weekend.
You're not prepping with the team at all prior to that?
Nope. April 20th will be the first day, and then
is the whole team there at April 20th?
No.
Okay, so you start with your...
April 20th will be a lot of the local guys.
Gotcha. Throughout, okay.
So a lot of the rest of the guys are finishing up their spring seasons and spring semesters.
Right.
Excuse me. At their colleges, and then they'll join us as soon as they're ready. So usually by the first or second week of May, we have our full team. So
gotcha. And first game is?
Our first friendly is May 2nd. That's the Chicago house game that we were talking about for the Center of Healing and Hope. Again, a top team, one of the top teams in our entire league. So they won their conference last year, I believe. And it'll be good to have that game at home. For a good cause, obviously. And then first league game is May 9th.
Wow.
Yep. And then we're still waiting for an update for our cup game. So we could play anywhere from 13 to 17 games.
Wow.
Over the summer, which is another thing you can use to help bring guys here, because that's match minutes where they can stay fit, get better, plus they get training all week, every week for the whole summer.
Right.
So
that's huge.
Yep.
No, that makes sense. How about you, Henrique? What do you feel like is 2024 or 2026? How do you take 2026 to the next level?
I think we go big or go home. Like, we need to make things better and bigger in all aspects of the soccer of the soccer program, on the field, off the field, community engagement, partnerships on the community, sponsorships. So like I'm focusing a lot on like finding houses for players. I'm focusing a lot on finding new sponsors for the team. Yeah, so like the whole structure of the club, we are trying to raise the bar in all aspects of the club. So it's difficult to give one example, but yeah, it would be amazing to see how we're going to do on the field. I'm a soccer player. I'm a soccer coach. I want to see how we're going to do on the field. On the business side of things, I'm still finding sponsors. So I'm still on this battle. It's a grind. So every day sending emails, trying to connect with important people, receiving lots of no's, receiving some yes. For example, this season we're going to connect with Green Oaks. It's a senior living here in Goshen, the city of Goshen. They're going to sponsor the club. So it's a great way to have a sponsor that is very meaningful connection. So we're going to go to their senior living house and connect with their seniors and then bringing them to the games to a senior night. Like,
that's cool.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a very organic connection. So that's something that is I'm looking forward to. The connection with Center for Healing and Hope, it's another one that I'm very much looking forward to. Connecting with Chicago House is the first time that they were bringing a very strong team from Chicago. They're traveling from Chicago to Goshen. That doesn't happen.
Yeah,
So like that's
it's because you guys won.
You know what I'm saying? We're putting ourselves in the map.
Yeah.
So, but we're making sure that like they're very well welcomed.
Right.
Their club is very, very much so like non-profit, helping the community in Chicago. So they're very similar to Goshen City FC in this way. So bringing them here, showing them to Goshen City, and then showing us to Chicago, it's great for marketing. It's great for the community of Goshen. It's great for the community of Chicago. So I'm really very, very much so looking forward to that specific game. And it is a home opener. So my goal is to bring 1,000 people to the stadium.
Wow!
And all of the proceeds goes to the Center for Healing and Hope. So that would be a dream coming true. So.
That's awesome. On the day of that is May 2nd? Okay.
Yeah, and it's a friendly, so that one won't be toward our league record, but it'll be a game where it's definitely going to help us prepare for our league games.
It's like spring season.
They're a very good team, and they care about the community of Chicago. So
it's a great relationship.
It's a win-win.
Yeah,
great relationship.
What's sponsorship even look like? Like, what's break down like cost wise if like a business wants to get involved? What's the benefit of it? Just at a high level, like there's some of those numbers out there for people who may be listening who do want to sponsor.
Yeah, we divide our sponsorships into categories, into tiers. So just to break down very simple, like the highest tier, we ask for like $18,000 and the lowest tier is $1,000. We are trying to reach out to banks, RV companies to make sure like we cover all of the costs of traveling, hosting games at Goshen College and Goshen High School, rentals, traveling, like renting vans. Like that's our main goal to this year. So like there's so many costs into it, paying food for the players after the game, gas money. There's so many costs, coaching, staff. Yeah. So like
hosting.
It's a whole sorts of like tiers, because we divide into like the big dogs in terms of companies and the local guys, because we want to bring what is it, like a Bibbs and Ash,
right,
or Elephant Bar, or like those small companies. They want to be involved. Hey, we have this small tier too that makes sense for you too. So like there's a whole division of like how we approach the sponsorship levels.
Yeah.
And we what do we offer? Like in our website, there is almost 45,000 viewers in the past 3 years, 15,000 people coming to our website in the past 3 years.
Wow.
For a soccer club, that's massive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're getting eyeballs, you're getting engagement.
Yeah, and that was one of the purpose of year one. We need to have eyes on us. We need to do a great job of marketing. We need to like have an impact in the community. And nowadays, marketing, social media is crucial for bringing sponsors to the table. So that's one of the main goals of this club too. So like to step up in our social media, step up in our website, step up in like all aspects of the club. You know what I'm saying? So like for example, on the field, we were champions, right, last year. But in the amateur cup, it's a cup that we compete with all of the amateur clubs. We hosted the first home game, and we lost in like penalty kicks. And it was a very against a very good team. But we want to like do better there too. Like we want to do better in all of the aspects of the project. Yeah,
makes sense. Like I like the 1,000 tier versus the 18,000 tier. What like if I was to sponsor 18,000, what do I get versus the 1,000? Is there a breakdown, or is it just more based on kind of your revenue size, or what does that look like?
Yeah, so the main sponsor in the jersey, like it's gonna have like a chess jersey display. You're gonna have like highlight of the game sponsor. You're gonna have, for example, our main sponsor is Intera Express. They're going to have a Intera Express night. So they're going to bring all of their employees. They give like T-shirts away for our fans.
That's cool.
Yeah, like if we have like the Player of the Month award is going to be the Player of the Month award in Intercambio Express. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So like, and then we give tickets away for them as well. So there's a bunch of perks that I could list here that the platinum would receive. And then the gold will receive a little less, and then the silver,
right.
And then you know what I'm saying. Like we make sure that the big guy gets the most
everything
eyes on.
Yeah.
And I think when you have the chess jersey display, all of the pictures, you're gonna be in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When you're raising the trophy.
Yes.
Right? It's right there.
You know what I'm saying?
Was it Intera last year?
It was Intercambio Express.
Intercambio Express. You're raising the trophy, and Intercambio Express is just chilling right there. It's a sick picture to have.
It is a sick picture to have. And all of the pictures, they're going to be there. Away games, home games, when you go to Chicago, there's a huge exposure there. When you go to Detroit, there's a huge exposure there. So like not only home games, but away games too. Yeah. So
digital and physical views.
Yeah.
Both looking at your stuff versus, if I'm going on your website to like actually seeing your stuff in real life while I'm watching the game. Yeah, it's advertisement and exposure.
Yeah,
that's cool.
We do social media posts too for our sponsors, and like Henrique said, the nights at our home games, we try to turn it into an Intercambio Express night or an Intera night, or any of our sponsors that are helping us out. We try to do the best that we can to give them a promotion or a platform to maybe some people that may not have heard of them, or it's just a different way to get people to know about their company and their business. So we do our best to, where we train, where we play, our sponsors who are helping us out, helping us build this project. It's important to have those people as much as it's important to have us too on the inside. So that's cool. We appreciate them all for the last 3 years, especially.
Oh man, yeah, they probably they're the fuel that makes it go.
Yeah,
yeah,
they help us out.
Where do you guys see in like 5 years from now? Like where do you see at like year 10 of Goshen Football Club?
That's a
Goshen City
question.
Football Club.
That's a great question, and it's very difficult to see because becoming professional, that would be the main goal. Like ultimate goal, I want to become professional, but in such a small town in Goshen, Indiana, it's very, very, very difficult. The cost of becoming
doable. It's doable. I believe in you guys.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
The best, if you think of like very cold and strategic, like what's the best semi-professional league? It's USL League 2. That would be the ultimate goal. In the 5 years mark, we want to be in the best of the best, playing against the best of the best. That no-brainer. All of the semi-professional clubs want to go there. It is a very big step in terms of finances, but yeah, I would say so. In terms of the men's team, I would love to start a women's team. You know what I'm saying? Like the same way that we provide a very professional platform for the men's. Would be very nice.
Just duplicate it easily. Yeah.
Yeah. It's double the work, but they deserve it too. Right. So that's one of our main goals.
In the same spark that allows this area to have a good Goshen men's club, football club, you could do it for women. There's so
Yeah.
many women I know that play
So
soccer.
many
There's
women.
just it's crazy how many women in this area play soccer. So it's
Yep.
what you have the same like mix to be able to push it.
Yeah. I'm gonna let Tyler answer that. I need to pee again. You know, like I was drinking beer before coming here. I didn't drink beer still here. I'm letting Tyler.
How about we let
respond.
Tyler and then we'll wrap it up? Is that cool? Because we've done an hour and 20.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds
Does
good.
that work?
Yeah.
But I still need to pee.
Okay.
So I would say you said 5 years down the line.
Yeah.
It's hard for me sometimes to think
That far. Yeah.
I think of things as a coach one step at a time, but I would say Henrique mentioned USL 2. I think that right now is what we have our eyes on. The trajectory that we've had from year 1 to year 3 to now going into year 4, I think it's going to get better. Playing at that level against some of the top teams and players from Division 1 all the way to top NAIA players and international players, and giving that platform to our guys, I think is something we both want to do. You mentioned the women's team. I think, that as much as it's important to have the men's side, I think the women's side is just as important to have. I think we started that project. I think it's at a point where it's a little bit of unfinished business, and I think to give them that platform to be able to play and perform, I think is important for us. In terms of community engagement, I think each year we want to grow more and more within local businesses.
Your name's on everyone's lips.
Yeah, be able to
everyone knows you.
be able to connect with as many businesses as possible, be able to help out as many people as possible, because that's part of the driving force of our club is that community engagement, community service. Excuse me, where we can help out, whether it's First Fridays. We've done things at elementary schools. The elementary school that I work at,
That's cool.
Prairie View. Shout out Prairie View.
That's awesome.
I've had players there the last 2 years helping out with different events. So yeah, in terms of community engagement, we want to continue to grow that, continue to connect with as many businesses as possible. And then obviously on the coach's side, on the player's side, the team just continued to improve every single year.
What's a crazy goal that you'd be like, dude, this would be amazing if this happened? For you personally. Like, see the next Messi come from Goshen. You know what I mean? Like something crazy like that. What's something?
I think I'm gonna start small and then expand a little bit. I think if we repeat, it's not crazy, but I think that sets a major tone for not only the league but for the community. I think if we repeat and win the league again and then win the conference championship again, then it becomes
some marker.
Okay, these guys, like, it's not just
wasn't a fluke. This
is legit. And I think for us moving forward, the big one would be taking the next step, to the highest level that we can get at a certain time. And whether that's, repeating and then going to the next level, I think whenever we can reach that goal, I think will be a huge milestone for us, a huge milestone for our players, because it gives them an even bigger platform. It's more national.
Oh, yeah.
And so I think that's,
it gives you leverage to get better players.
Right. And we've got goals all across the board.
Yeah.
Henrique's got goals for the business side, and maybe he has goals and expectations for me, but I also have expectations for the players and to get them to the highest level that I can get them to be able to compete. And some of the younger guys who we talked about earlier, the 18, 19-year-olds who are just starting their college careers, maybe that level provides them an opportunity that they may not have gotten otherwise. So it's a big we're on the right trajectory, and so we need to continue to push and grow. And I think we're both motivated enough to do that on each side of the business. So
it's exciting. That's so cool.
yeah,
I think the craziest thing that could come from this project, you said, like, what would be something wild is like we produce a professional soccer player coming from Goshen one day, like that's.
Oh, I see it.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I see it.
that would be amazing.
that would be amazing. Like,
It's huge.
hey, this guy played for Goshen City FC. Like a person that comes to mind is like Toby. He's like our all-time top scorer. He came last year in the middle of the season. And he was literally the guy of the, like, in my opinion, he was literally one of the main reasons why we won everything. Like, of course, we had a whole system behind him, but like he was a killer. You know what I'm saying? Like
He was put in the right spot.
Yes.
Just dominated.
Yeah. So like, I would love to say like, of course we want to win again, but like to say like we produce professional soccer players. That's something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And we're just, at this stage we're a stepping stone, but we have the right principles in place to help guys improve, grow, and all of that, to where we give them a platform and then they can carry that on to the next step that they have, whether it's college soccer or they go to a different team in a different league or a different division or a higher league, and then they just continue to grow after
They
that.
won't forget what happened
Right.
here.
Right.
It's instrumental.
Yeah.
That's cool. Let's wrap it up, fellas. I got pee too. Do you guys want to just plug anything? I mean, but just tell the dates and different things. Like, just plug. This is a great time to just let people know where they can find you, where they should be,
Yeah.
how they can support you. This is the spot. This is the time for that. So
I would say May 2nd, Center for Healing and Hope night against Chicago House. It will be amazing. All of the tickets proceeds going to go to them. Yeah, let's just support them. Come over to the game. Have a blast. It's going to be a very good game. And I'm really looking forward to this specific game. And we are defending the championship, so come to all of the home games. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned to our social media and our website.
which are
Goshen City FC. You cannot miss it. Goshen City FC. Like, put on Google, you cannot
Yeah.
miss it.
I'll put it in the show notes so you can just go down and click it and you can follow easily.
No. And again, thank you very much for having us. And
yeah.
Yeah, it was a great talk. You
This
know
has
what I'm
been
saying?
great.
Yeah, it's so chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple beers, a couple questions. I mean, it's just
That's been good.
It turns real easy, real fun, real fast. So
Yeah.
yeah. Tyler, Henrique, thank you so much for joining me and podcasting. It's been a great time, and just to hear what you guys are doing, the things you guys are focusing on, and just the passion.
Yeah.
It's evident. So yeah, I hope the next Messi comes from Goshen. I really do, bro. I really would love that. That would be so sick. The
That would be
next
sick.
pro player comes
Yeah.
from Goshen, and you guys were a part of that. So now, thanks so much, and you guys have a wonderful night. And peace out to all our listeners. Catch you later.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yo,
Bye.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
It looks like.
Number 16, Hayden Clark will check in for the first time, the left winger from Ashland University. And Felipe Gruber is going to step off the field as well, excuse me. So that both captains now off. And Flavio Cruz, who's been wearing a captain's band for the entire game, excuse me. Now going to take the reins as the sole captain.
Oh boy.
Ball sent up, down the way. Attacking chance here. Shot over the head and into the net! Stefan Bandy! Eat your heart out, Goshen City to take the lead. 75th minute.
What a cheeky finish. Just lobs it over.
And look at this celebration. They've been waiting for that one all game long. Goshen